有100个外国朋友，还有一点类似 Squid Games 的游戏，and the foreigners go up, and then they give you a sentence in Chinese, like it gives you a Chinese sentence, and the foreigner has iPad, and the foreigner has to put the sound on it, right? And then last night I'm like, like there was some really was Wang Jima, right? No, you just I think the top 100 like 10 people just get off the show and then they keep going. You get money. Szechuan. Yeah, it's not enough. I agree. I agree. But there was like 宝宝, you know, like that word. Like 它是卡什么卡？你应该知道这个宝宝的卡。Where's Holly? 叫什么？你应该知道啊，它是一个那个小的娃娃什么的。Anyways，宝宝是亲生，right？宝宝那个宝宝，right？是几声呢？我问你，right? It's hard. It 不是三声亲生 or 什么的吗？It's hard. So they put it up like some macaw, some baba. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I think the Qingsen ones are the hard ones. Like Baba is hard. Baba Jisun. 对 That's so hard. 我忘记了，太久没有复习。我昨天我是猜爸爸。对 So I wrote 爸爸 like that, and Holly goes 笨呢你。哦，我被骂。And she's like 是亲生这个。And I'm like 哦。那我们都在吵。我觉得我们一起看，你觉得怎么样？好不好？好。How about next week? Next week 我下载，我给你们看，好不好？我们一起来。因为他说，Oh, this is so easy. All Taiwanese kids 都会嘛。And I was like, 确定吗？ I think you guys can do it. But for a foreigner, it's so hard. And we can play together. I will write my guess here and see how it goes. What do you think? You want to play? It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Huh? No, like, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. It's funny because, like, on the show, I know, like, 4 or 5 people on the show. I know them. I met them before. It's funny. All right, here we go. I told you, I think we need to practice this more. So I think we're going to do a lot of these. These readings are good and they're hard, and a lot of new vocabulary. Yeah, but you know, your school loves to test these things, so I think we should do more of it. Try and read it one time by yourself. Try and read it one time by yourself. Who has an extra one? Does anybody have an extra one? All right. Yeah, it's tough. Can you understand the story? Okay. Hmm. All right, let's start talking about it. This is called a tall tale, okay? Or a legend. And it's not a myth. Okay. So, I want you to write these 3 words down, please. Please write them on your book. I will tell you what they are. So wherever you want. You can write it on the front, the back, wherever. Just write it down. All right. Now, do you see at the very top of the story it says fantasy versus reality? You see that? Do you know what the word fantasy means? Anybody know? Fantasy, and how about reality? Write these words down too. Anybody want to guess? Fantasy and reality. William, what does this mean? What about this one? So this one means not real. And this one means real. Now, do you think this story is a fantasy story, or do you think that it is a real story? Well, it's a fantasy story, and it's a tall tale or a legend, okay? Now, the word 传说 in English, okay, 有好几个传说. Like I noticed in Chinese, you're just like, oh, 一种传说. But in English, 我们分得很清楚, okay? So these are all in Chinese 就是传说嘛. But tall tale and legends, okay, the 差别就是 at one point it was real. And then it became fake. Okay? But myths are just not real at all. Like, I don't want to write the word fake, but not real. So, like, you know, or people don't know, you know. So, like, a story about a god, okay? It's like, 有可能是人就是写 it's like a story, right? It's not really real. It's like a story about, I don't know, what's a good example? Okay, so like a story about somebody in China a long time ago, the 后来变成 God is this one. So like Guang Gong is a real person that 后来变的一个 legend. Understand? And something that's not real at all is a myth. It's like 完全不是. Okay? So you know like Hercules or you know something like this. These are all called legends or tall tales. Okay? Now, tall tales work like this. Like, let's say that, okay, William goes to 7-Eleven, okay, and William eats 5 hot dogs. Okay? Now, Vino 有看到 that William 进去买了5个热狗嘛. And then Vino 觉得哇这个好有点多耶蛮厉害的. So William eats 5 hot dogs. Now, Vino tells Sophie like he just ate 5 hot dogs. And then Sophie tells Winnie that he bought 10 hot dogs. And then Winnie's like, oh my God, Sophia, did you hear? William ate 20 hot dogs. And then after a while, 20 hot dogs, 50 hot dogs becomes 1,000 hot dogs. And all of a sudden, William's like, whoa, 热狗大哥, you know what I mean? And then William 变成一个很有名的 like, you know, like 热狗的 热狗王 okay 的广告 right 然后后来他在电视上 like 你要吃这个热狗这样子 this is 这个的过程 now a long time ago people would tell a story about somebody and then that person would tell a story and tell a story and tell a story and then 越来越多 So this man, Paul Bunyan, okay, in America, have a lot of stories about him. Okay, he helped create mountains and lakes, and he did all this stuff. What do you think the real part of the tall tale or the legend is? What do you think the real part is? Well, the real part is probably there was a person named Paul Bunyan, and maybe 他蛮高的, maybe he was like, 210公分 or something like that. He's a big guy, okay? And maybe he was pretty strong. But people kept talking about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. And then all of a sudden, he's not 210公分. He's like 210米, right? 对，公尺. Like, 他就是变得很大，变巨大的巨人. Everybody say a giant. And then the story is 就是maybe 这个人他写这个 story, 他可以卖啊，他可以赚钱啊，所以他写了一本书，有关于这个 Paul Bunyan 的人。Paul Bunyan 是把这一条河弄得什么样，或他因为他跌倒，所以他跌倒后这边就有一个湖，或这样子。Like in Canada and America, 你会常常遇到这个人的名字 Paul Bunyan. Okay? Does everybody understand? Now I want you to think about it in Taiwan. Tell me a myth and tell me a legend. Tell me something. Here, we'll start here. Tell me something that at one point was real and then became really big. Maybe 有一点夸张. Something from a long time ago in China. Can you think of something? That's a good one. All those old 三个国王的那个故事就比较靠近这个。应该以前有一个人叫刘备，应该有一个人叫关公 ，right？ 诸葛亮这些应该是有 ，right？ But their story 变得很夸张 ，right？ 你觉得 like 赤壁这个 story 的是真的是这样子的吗？ Or do you think it 后来变得 Probably, right? So that's this one. Now, what about a myth? What's something that's not real? I'll tell you one right now. Chang'er is not on the moon. Okay? And 那个2 is not up there either. Okay? I guarantee you. 对, that's a myth. That's 完全没有, zero. 对不对? Right? 屈原, this one. Was a real person, right? You guys understand? Yeah. All right, we're going to read Attack of the Giant Mosquitoes. What's the title mean? 什么样的东西攻击？是他们攻击。So, 巨大的蚊子攻击。Okay? Attack of the, right. 是他们在攻击我。All right, ready? Here we go. This is a story about Paul Bunyan. Put your fingers on your books. 1, 2, 3, go. This is a story about Paul Bunyan, the most famous lumberjack of all time. Circle the word lumberjack. I'll tell you right now. All right. Sometimes when we're looking at English words and you want to understand what it means, sometimes it's two words put together. Lumber is a word for wood. The 专有名词 for 木头 is lumber, okay? And jack 就是 a person. Now, 木头, okay, 的材料的人, 你可以猜是什么工作吗? Right, or 看书, 那个叫 lumberjack, okay? Now, you can call somebody Jack. You can say, hey, Jack, how's it going? Jack 可以代替人. It's like a nickname for people. There's a very famous song called Hit the Road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack means 你走开. Just you get out. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. 有听过吗? Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. It's a good song. Hit the road, Jack. That's a good song. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. This is a story about Paul Bunyan. Let's read. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. This is a story about Paul Bunyan, the most famous lumberjack of all time. Paul Bunyan was as tall as a mountain. He could chop down 100 trees with one mighty swing of his axe. That's amazing. 他 swing 那个 axe. What's an axe? 斧头 ，OK， 它是一个巨大的强，蛮强的 ，strong, mighty, strong, good word, OK. With one swing of his axe, he could cut down 100 trees. 什么意思？他像什么样高？对不对？好 ，so he's as tall as a mountain. 你觉得这个是 real 吗？ So this is called a what? Everybody say it with me. Legend. Tall tale. So these two are the same word. All right. It is a fact that he and his men, ready, 1, 2, 3, go. It is a fact, 事实, that he and his men cut down every tree in Texas. All that grows in that state nowadays is wheat. 那时候他把所有的 what? Right. 砍掉。然后呢？树都不见，所以现在那边只有种什么 ？What's wheat？ 什么菜？高丽菜 ？Wheat 是什么？没有，小麦，对，对。So 他说，你看 ，he and his men cut down all the trees in Texas, all that grows in that state. 那个州现在只是有 wheat。Okay. What's wheat bread, Sophie? I know. You know. She's spacing out again. 哪有？我这是有时候会看这边，有时候在听。哦，好，你放松。这个是 wheat. Wheat bread 是什么意思？小麦面包，小麦吐司。Raise your hand if you like wheat bread. Raise your hand if you like white bread. I hate white bread. It's bad. It tastes bad. I don't like it. I don't like it. Taiwanese love it. The really thick hold of white bread. You guys love it. I hate it. I like bread, real bread. Bread. Like with nuts and stuff. My real bread. Boy. Really? Because Americans like sandwiches, right? We like sandwiches a lot. So when you go to Subway, 你会点什么？你会吃什么面包？我问你。全麦，全麦是 good one. Brother Evan, 你会吃全麦？我们没有在问饼干的，我们在问 bread。白色的呢？你会不吃 Subway？ 你就是那个我不吃 Subway 的人吗？ Oh my God. Here we go. Everybody say one day Paul's men, ready, 1, 2, 3, go. One day Paul's men were in the woods when a hungry swarm of mosquitoes attacked. What's a swarm? Write it down. A swarm means a group. All right? So, the word group, we learned this word before. What is a group? A group. Okay. So like a 团购团体嘛. Every animal 有他们专有名词 for group. Okay. So like a swarm 就是 bees and mosquitoes 昆虫在一起就是叫 a swarm. Okay. 好，你有没有别的你有学过了 ？Like 一对 a what? Okay. Do you know like a pride of lions or a school of fish? 有没有学过？好，学校 school is for fish. A school of fish is a group of fish. Okay? It's easy to remember. Everybody say with me. A school of fish. It's spelled different, but the same sound. Okay, so a hungry swarm, a big group of mosquitoes, gongqi, attacked them in the woods. What's the woods? 森林. Everybody say it with me. Say it with me. Forest. Woods. Right, those two are the same. All right. The mosquitoes were as big as eagles. 这句话是什么意思？不是看起来像，是像什么？老鹰一样大。So pretty big ones. Okay? They zoomed in and out. Zoom in 是什么意思？是这个声音。是那个飞来飞去的声音。It would say zoom. They zoomed in on the men and bit them all. What does that mean? 对，咬全部的人被咬 and bit them all. 对 ，zoom in. Write these words down. 好。The word zoom is a sound of something, okay? And it's usually the sound of something going by. Like a car, that's called zooming, okay? They zoom in. Now, there's an interesting word on here. I like this word, pests, okay? Now, I want you to write down pest control. And if you can tell me what it is, 提早1分钟下课. Impossible. Impossible question. Yeah, 提早5分钟. 现在下课, if you can tell me what that is. All right. Pest is anything that annoys you. Anything that is annoying to you that's an insect. No. Pest is annoying insect. Meatball is a pest. Sure. Tonguing is a pest. Okay. Mosquito is a pest. Rat is a pest. Mice. Cockroaches. Okay. 好。那我刚讲一个大的提示哦 ，pest control。OK， 大概7500左右，8000左右。You can get cheaper ones, but you know most time 大概8000块。Yeah, you can't be home when they come. Yes. 对，杀虫的，对，这个公司叫 pest control。对。对，它叫 pest control， 为什么？因为你要翻译控制什么？对，好，因为杀虫 is too like kill insect company sounds bad in English. Like, hi, hello, I'm here for the kill mosquito. It just sounds bad. 不专业, so you have to call pest control. You can come to your house, and they have a machine, and they spray this fog, ooh, and it goes into your house, and then you can go, man. Yeah, they spray it on the road too. Yeah. Right. I want bad student control. 对. All right, are we okay so far? No. 快了. Too many teeth. If you speak English, we can go. And if you cannot. Are you ready? Okay. They zoomed in on them. Before long, the men were full of holes. They looked like window screens or pieces of Swiss cheese, Sesame said. Write it down. Window screens, 纱窗. Okay? And Swiss cheese 就是那种 cheese 乳酪其实它有波动的那个，你有看过 Swiss cheese 瑞士的，对，好，我们没有在讲好吃，我们在讲这个洞。好 ，So 他说这些人 Paul's men were in the forest and the mosquitoes came by. These terrible pests were as big as eagles. And they came down, zoom, zoom, and bit all the men. Before long, all the men were full of holes, and they looked like window screens or pieces of Swiss cheese. 看起来像什么？ Right, or 纱窗。纱窗很多小洞。Okay? 明白吗？好。The mosquitoes then dared to attack Bunyan. He had a frying pan as big as a football field over his head. Wham! The mosquitoes slammed into the pan. Their stingers went right through it. The bugs couldn't shake the pan loose, so they buzzed off with it. The pests were mighty tired by the time they flew over the Lake Michigan. The mosquitoes splashed into the lake. The pan pulled them down into the water, and that was the last anyone saw of them. 这句话很奇怪. Like when you read this, 你可能说, huh? Right? Right? Let's try. Ready? The mosquitoes then dared to attack. Write the word dare down. What does dare mean? Dare, don't dare, great word. It means they didn't dare. It's a verb. It means 不敢做. So this one says that this mosquitoes 他们敢攻击这个斑眼. And he held a frying pan. Frying pan is what? 没有，你家里有 frying pan. 锅子，对，我的锅子有问题。Speak English, you can have 1 minute off. Okay. He held a frying pan as big as a football field. 是多大？像什么样？是美式足球的 What's a field? No, not 球场。对 so that's 100多公尺吧，那个是很大。So 它的 frying pan 很大，然后它 boom boom he's fighting these mosquitoes, okay? Wham! The mosquito 撞到它的 pan, and their stinger went through the pan. Now, what's a stinger? Usually a stinger is on the back of a bee, but scorpion 也有. What's a stinger? What's the Chinese for stinger? 会叮你的部分。那个叫什么？什么？针，应该是针吧？对，好，蜜蜂有，蚊子也有，好，那个蝎子有 stingers， 蝎子，蝎，所以你看我在搞这个 show， 这是医生吗？我讲对了吧？蝎子，对，所以你看，我很尴尬，因为那个 show 我很尴尬。哦，青山，太难了。Are you ready? 为什么总有青森这个？ Right? 对呀，他们又多加一个，已经有4个够吧？你要加一个，我们这个哦，青森。All right, you ready? All right. The mosquito slammed into the pan. The stinger went right through the pan. Okay, so 他们的针就穿过 boom, go through the steel pan. Okay? 然后呢，他说 the bugs couldn't shake the pan loose, so they buzzed off with it. Means that the mosquito 撞到他的 pan, 它被卡在里面 and then 他把这个锅子拉在天空上 just flew away with the pan. Okay? 然后呢 The pests were very tired by the time they flew over Lake Michigan. It's the 3rd largest lake in the world. It's right here. This one. It's right here, this lake right here. So this story says that they fell into Lake Michigan, okay? And then the pan fell on top of them and pulled them under the water. And then That's how the mosquitoes died. They got the pan was so heavy, and then just pushed them into the water, and then the mosquitoes fell into the water. Good job. Okay, now let me ask you: do you think this story is real? No, this story is just a random myth. Okay. Now, it's a tall tale that maybe when you were younger, you might read to your children, like a bedtime story, maybe something like this. These are American bedtime stories, right? But the point is, there's a lot of new words in here, right? So we need to practice these kind of things. All right, write one sentence that could really happen. Write one sentence that could really happen in here. Try and find one sentence you觉得是 real. Anyone. Choose any sentence from the story you think that is real. Well, the first sentence is real. The most famous story about Paul Bunyan. Like, the most famous lumberjack of all time. 他一定是 the most famous lumberjack of all time. Right? The other one I think that might be real is like Paul's men were in the woods when a swarm of mosquitoes attacked. All right, using the information in the first paragraph, explain what a lumberjack is. What does a lumberjack do? Okay, a lumberjack is a person that what? Lumberjack is a person who cuts down trees. Okay? Please write this down. You can also write a note for yourself. Okay, this is called 关系子句。好，它就是你这边你要从后面翻译，你要这边用的代替。Okay? 好。In Chinese, you can say 就看树的人 but in English, you can't say cut down tree person, 因为它不是形容词。所以你要把整个子句移到句型的后面，你要用 who。所以你看。A cut down tree person 不是这样子，你要说 a lumberjack 是一个人 ，OK 是看树的人 ，understand? Yeah, it's hard. Everybody say it with me. A person who cuts down trees. 对，好，现在写 quickly. Number 2 quickly. 现在写 Number 1, Number 2我要看哦，要给我看才会教。Number 3. What probably happened to the mosquitoes? 你觉得 mosquitoes 发生什么事？ They died. Do you know this word? Let's write it down. They drowned. Good. 溺水，溺死 drowned. Okay. Yes, I do. Put it away. Your homework for today is I want you to write page 96. 282A. Write it. Homework for today. All right, now you'll see that next one we have is our final test. Now, 我们还有一段时间 our final test 我们可以慢慢来，它好像是 like 10月中吧 ，still have a long time. But 我们可以慢慢的开始复习 we can slowly start to prepare. You okay? Do you want to write that down? Homework 282. 这里. 功课在这里, please. 282. Don't forget. Just write that one page, okay? And we'll do another story next time. All right, everybody say with me. Goodbye, Tristan. I can't hear you. Goodbye, Tristan. See you what? I heard Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. That's a lot of days. 你们要来几次? Do you want to come every day? It's this hard question. Everybody say, see you on Thursday. Thursday lah. Let's say that. Okay. Have a good weekend. Goodbye. Have a week.